Hello, Kristina Dodge here, your board certified canine massage therapist. Today I'd like to discuss two questions that have come in recently. The first one is, I had a woman come to me, she was interested in getting massage for her dog for the very first time. He was about a 7-year-old Havanese mix, and she said, "Oh wow, canine massage, that's so awesome. Will it make my dog stronger?" Now, overall, just simply the act of receiving a massage, that does not technically make the dog stronger. Strength comes from exercising muscle tissue with a weight resistance of some kind behind it, right? So we strengthen muscle tissue by contraction, extension, contraction, extension, and the muscle fibers will tear and rebuild, and that's how you get muscle growth, nice, dense, bulky muscle tissue, and that's where your strength and your power comes from. Those actions do not occur during a massage, but it does set your dog up for the ability to become stronger, which is fabulous. What happens during a massage is when you're working, like, let's just say your dog has a bicep. If you're working bicep tissue or tricep tissue or even the neck muscles or even the back muscles, what I do during a massage is I make sure all those muscle fibers are aligning properly. They're aligning and they're spreading appropriately. There's no dense musculature in there. There's no clumps in there. There's no trigger points. And when we do that and we get that muscle fiber to start aligning the right way, it starts to lengthen. I can do stretches once the muscle tissue is massaged and warm. Then you can get extension, and then you can get appropriate contraction during exercise, which will set them up for a successful strengthening program. So let's say you have an athlete and you're practicing very specific exercises so that they can be better at their canine sport. It's always advised that you get canine massage and stretches done so that those muscles can lengthen and contract appropriately, because if they can't, there's any of those trigger points or dense musculature areas in there, it can tear, and that can be a horrible injury. It also keeps the ligaments and the tendons safe, so that no fibrous material is being injured during hard stopping or turning quickly. So we want to prevent those joints too from getting arthritis. And what happens is when you have really dense, when you have really shortened muscles, it's pulling those joints tighter and tighter together, and the joints rub, and that's where you get that friction in the joint, and that becomes crepitus, that crunchy sound, and then that's arthritis setting in. So if we can lengthen the tissue around the joint, it gives that joint some appropriate space, and that way that crunching and grinding won't happen, so we can keep the joints healthy and prevent arthritis from occurring. The second question that I wanted to address was kind of a funny one. Somebody said, "You do canine massage, what's the difference between you doing it and me doing it at home on my dog?" Well, I have been practicing canine massage since the very early on in 2011, so we're going on about 9 years now, and I've had extensive training on it. I have passed the board certification exam for it. I have seen so many cases. I have seen very serious conditions. I work in an animal hospital, so I can do pre or post surgical massage. I can do sports massage. So it is quite different from you doing at home. Don't get me wrong, any kind of petting or rubbing or stroking any muscles for massage at home is always lovely, always helpful, always beneficial, because circulation can be stimulated. But if your dog is experiencing something very specific, like an arthritic condition or an injury, of course, always seek out professional veterinary care first. That's always indicated. But if they are okay with your dog going ahead and getting massage, getting some soft tissue work, come to somebody that's been board certified, somebody that has a lot of experience. I work in an animal chiropractic office, so I pair well with chiropractic care. And I know how much pressure to apply. I know what conditions require which specific technique. There are definitely conditions or injuries where certain massage strokes or techniques are definitely not indicated. I also know where the compensatory movement is showing up in an injury. So we might see, limping in this specific area, but it's coming from a change maybe on the front limb and it's showing up in the right rear limb. So those are the kinds of things that I've been trained in. And additionally, whenever you come for a massage, we can do stretches too. So I can stretch your dog's muscles appropriately. I've been trained in the anatomy and physiology and things like that. So you're always going to be in really good hands here. So if you have any questions and you want to attach them with a comment below, that would be fabulous. I look forward to hearing from you guys and answering your questions. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful.